Hi, I'm Jessica Kevin, and I'm going to share with you my reflection on Chapter 6 and the video. I like to start off with excitement. I was very excited to learn that Head Start programs for children from low-income families are impacting early language development and literacy in an optimistic manner. Studies remain clear on favorable outcomes for those children in Head Start programs. The joint efforts of centers, families, and the communities are not only helping children but also their parents too. Parents are not only being supported on how to implement early literacy development at home, but are also getting trained in education for employment skills. Reading about the research put into Head Start programs made me think about my experience with Head Start programs. I was volunteering twice a week at a Head Start program in Miami. I loved the classrooms. The teachers of the programs were very knowledgeable, and the children were read to, learned poems, and engaged in music and movement activities. The children were happy and seemed to enjoy their school and friends. I'm grateful I had the experience in a Head Start program, and learning about their continued success in early literacy and language development really impressed me. Worries. Some of the worries or concerns I had to do with the video and the studies pertaining to early literacy. The studies have shown differences of language exposure to be so vast. When children come from an environment that has limited language exposure, they score significantly lower in tests, can have emotional consequences, and smaller vocabulary size compared to children that have been exposed to language-rich environments since infancy. Environment factors in intelligence formation should be studied more. I am worried that this will affect the outcomes of some of the children that have very limited exposures to literacy. Amount of talking or language exposure contributes to the vocabulary size of an individual. This also plays hand in hand with socioeconomic status and achievement. Those working in professions that require talking as part of their everyday lives seem to provide the children with a greater head start in terms of literacy development and individual vocabulary size. These differences are incredible. 15 million words seem to be the average for their language differences. The relationship between talking experiences and households may hinder outcomes for certain children. I'm worried about this notion. I would like to see more emphasis placed on early intervention programs for low-income families so that every child gets the same opportunity for exposure in early literacy, so that every child has an opportunity to gain a threshold in obtaining higher vocabulary. Needs. I believe that early Head Start programs need to continue early intervention programs for younger children. Based on studies done with the Early Head Start Research and Evaluation Project, the children involved in these programs knew more vocabulary, including receptive vocabulary, than the children in the control group, which was a great outcome. Also, according to Dr. Risley, language development should start at home in infancy years. It needs to start early. It is noted that although reading is very crucial to infants and toddlers, it is seldom practiced in the diverse homes of low-income families. My suggestions would be, at this point, to continue on educating parents through early intervention programs. Bringing quality in-home interventions have shown growth in all aspects of a child's development. in a positive manner. More literature should also be available on the content of early Head Start home visits to ensure quality in-home interventions are observed and changed accordingly to individual families. In addition, I also believe that community events should be held to share the importance in early childhood literacy. Such events such as storytelling workshops, puppet shows, and poetry can all be held in neighborhood libraries or parks. This kind of exposure is contagious to the whole community and can benefit many children. The target audience should be families with young infants. Experiences as an infant's influence experiences for infants influences vocabulary growth and future school success.